What's up everyone, Reggie from ReggieTECH here. I hope you're all doing well and thanks for tuning into the channel. In today's video, we're going to be adding on another accessory to the Nikon Z50 camera, and that accessory is the SmallRig. I did mention that in the unboxing of this camera's video, and I gotta tell you guys, without this accessory, it's pretty hard to use this camera in selfie mode, and you guys are gonna see just what I mean in a couple seconds. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and get into the unboxing of this product and the installation. Alrighty you guys, so here is the SmallRig for the Nikon Z50 camera. Now this rig will make it easy to use this camera while it's on a tripod and to utilize its screen that flips down for that selfie view. Now currently it's extremely difficult to do that just because the tripod mount is right down at the center of where the screen is. So when this is on a tripod, and I'll show you guys that right now. Let's get a tripod. Let's just put this on there. All right. Now, when the camera's on a tripod, check out what happens when I open up the screen. I can't even flip the screen all the way down because of how this tripod is. It just does not allow me to. And that is a major issue when you want to basically see how you look while in the shot. And that's a big problem. I mean, even on a normal tripod, I guess this would still be an issue because either way, you're still going to have to deal with something hindering this screen from coming down all the way and swiveling out. Now, with the SmallRig, it's going to completely prevent that from happening because it's basically going to change where this tripod mount is located. And let's go ahead and unbox it so that we can see how everything looks, and then we'll install it onto the camera. And we'll also see if it makes using this camera in selfie mode a lot easier. So here's the box that the SmallRig comes in. Right on the top of the box, SmallRig, very simple box. On the bottom of it, it gives you some more information about their address as well as their website. On the back of the box, it gives you the product's barcode and the information. And on the other side, it gives you some social media little images there, and search SmallRig, basically to find them on those social media pages. Opening up the box, it has a nice little SmallRig, Big Dream kind of logo right there. Nice slogan to have. And product's barcode again. Nothing much going on in this box either. Grabbing the little box knife, let's just open that up. And once we have this open, this is basically what we get inside the box. It's a little baggie here. Once the baggie is opened, we get a little bubble wrap baggie. And then once we take it out of the bubble wrap baggie, here is the SmallRig. So as you can see here, it has that little tripod mount screw right there. That's going to go right into the center of the camera where its tripod mount was originally located. And then we have some other mounting options over here on the side, as well as over here on the side, and we have a cold shoe attachment available on this side as well. What I do like about this, and what I find to be a lot nicer than the other small mounts or the SmallRigs that I've seen, is that this has an attachment where you can actually put the battery cover here so that you can easily access the battery as well as the SD card. I think that makes life a lot easier when using something like this, so you don't constantly have to screw it in and unscrew it just to access the battery or the SD card. But let's go ahead and install this and we'll see how it looks and how using that selfie mode works. So to install this, it comes with its own tool that is magnetically attached to the base, and I find that extremely nice because carrying around an extra tool is sometimes hard to do, and you most of the time will lose it or forget where you put it. So having this right here on the bottom of the mount and that it's magnetically attached here makes it extremely easy and user-friendly. So and it's not a very, very weak magnet. It's actually an extremely strong magnet that holds this in. So I do like that a lot. Now, to install it, all we need to do is flip the camera upside down. and then we can just line it up in place right here. So before we do this, I'm actually gonna take off the battery cover from the camera and then attach it here. So that was quite a bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. So to detach this from the original battery cover mount, it's easier to do it while it's kind of in an angled position, just to pull it out of that little socket right there, rather than trying to kind of pull it out this way. So definitely when you're doing this, pull it out on an angle. Makes it a lot easier. It is very, kind of scary to do because it is a very small piece and it's not something that you do want to break. So now that I've gotten that out, put the camera back up like this, and we can attach this right in there. Very easy, very simple, goes right on like that. And then we can also open it up, check on the battery and the SD card. So that's a pretty cool little feature that this has. Putting this on the camera, we just have to basically line it up. And once it's lined up, what I always like to do with everything is just get it a little hand tightened. Once it's in the threadings, then we can take the little tool and start to screw everything in. And I'm sorry, I just noticed that that was not in view. So once we get everything screwed in, you can make it nice and tight. Drop the tool right back into its storage location, and boom, we have the SmallRig installed on this camera. It does add just a little tiny bit of bulk to it, but I think it looks kind of nice actually. And actually, holding the camera now, there's actually place for my pinky to rest. Before, my pinky was kind of sliding out. There wasn't really any way to secure it there, but this makes the camera feel a lot more secure, in all honesty. So now that this is here, you can see that it does have this little groove there, and that groove allows for the screen to flip down. So when we flip the screen down now, boom, full access to the screen. And now let me show you why this makes it a lot easier to use this Z50 on a tripod. So now if I grab my tripod, I have multiple options of where I can mount this. So I can mount this back into the same middle location right here, just a little bit more ahead of where it was before. I have two mounting locations right here, and then I have two on the side depending on how I want to shoot, whether landscape or portrait. So I'm just going to put this into one of these threadings right here. And once I have it screwed in, let's check this out. There we go. Now I have full access to this camera in selfie mode, and that makes life a lot easier just because you get to utilize the camera as it was meant to be utilized. So I think this is an extremely cool item and addition if you have the Nikon Z50. Alright you guys, so I honestly think that this SmallRig is an absolute must for the Nikon Z50. The reason being is that they put that tripod mount hole right in the center of the camera, and when you have it mounted to a tripod, you can't utilize its selfie-facing screen. Now, I don't understand why they would manufacture it like that or why they would design it like that, but with this SmallRig, it gives you the opportunity to mount the camera on a tripod from so many different points, and you have the ability to mount it portrait mode as well, which is really convenient if you're shooting in portrait. It also does add another shoe here, so it's a cold shoe, so it doesn't have any power to it, but it does give you the option to, add another accessory to your camera and utilize it like that. And that honestly adds so many different features. I think my favorite part about this SmallRig is probably the battery compartment, because all you have to do is take the battery compartment off the camera itself and then add it into the small mount, and then you have access to your battery and your SD card without having to take off the small mount. Aside from that, something else that I do like is that while holding the camera, while the small mount is installed, it does add a little bit of added kind kind of height to the camera. So my pinky actually just rests in that little crevice, and it feels a lot more comfortable and a lot more stable than it did before. Before the small mount, my finger was just hanging below the camera like that. So it does add to the comfort of the camera while even holding it. So with all the cool added benefits of the SmallRig, I would definitely say check it out if you have the Nikon Z50. It definitely adds to the convenience of this camera, as well as, you know, some added functions, so you can add some extra stuff to it. If you guys want to check out the SmallRig, I will be leaving a link to it down in that description box below, so definitely check that out. If you guys have any questions or comments about the SmallRig, go ahead and drop them down in that comment section below, and I'll be quick to answer them. If you guys enjoy this type of content and want to see more content just like it, consider subscribing to my channel. And if you guys enjoyed this video and liked what you saw, go ahead and smash that like button down below. With all that being said, I hope you all stay well, stay safe, and stay healthy. I'll see you next time.